Right. Uh, Now, what's your full name?
Rishi Jindal.
Rishi Jindal. Right, Rishi. Now, tell me that last time you have been to the SSB, last interview, because you have been to SSB twice, and both the times you have been conferenced out.
Right,
Talk
sir.
about your last uh, interaction that you had in SSB. Firstly, we will talk about the psychological test. Right.
Right.
Now, tell me, to the extent possible, all the pictures that were shown to you, and roughly the theme of the story that you have told me on there. Then we'll go as we proceed further. We'll keep discussing about the what was right, what is not so right. Okay. Tell me the first story.
So the very first story was a man walking towards the beach, and behind there was a grass covering, and behind that there was one more man standing, and he was looking very scared.
Okay.
Yes.
Story you
And
written.
the story I wrote was that these both are good friends. They used to do fishing together, but the other one went and opened a restaurant later, and then they spotted each other. So the second friend who's hiding behind the grass, he thought of surprising him, and then they had a reunion and everything.
Okay. Now, what is the purpose of any interview, any essay or SSB? It's a check of personality, isn't it?
Right, right, sir.
Okay. Now, who is the hero?
Sir, I think the person standing behind the grass.
Standing behind the grass. Who's the person standing? Your friend.
Right.
Right. If he's the friend now, what has he done? He just wanted to give you. We used to do what activity do you used to do together?
They used to do fishing together, so they had the same occupation.
So you were doing fishing earlier. Now both of you used to do fishing. After that, what you have done?
After that,
he has opened a restaurant, isn't it?
Right, right.
And
so
what have you done?
So their interaction stopped.
What the other person has done?
The other person is continuing to do fishing.
So basically the aim is what? Your aim is very low. Okay. You are a fisherman earlier, and you remain to be a fisherman.
Okay.
Fundamentally, you have gone wrong. Number one. Okay. Number two, hero has done no action. Who is the hero? The person you were standing near the beach, probably doing your fishing. Right. As a matter of fact, so you have got no plan for yourself to go ahead.
Okay. Right.
As a result, now none of the quality except one quality that you could maintain a good affiliation. Then no other qualities emerge. Right. It is not writing the story is important. Important is you must be in a position of bringing out your 15 qualities, which you have not done it. Okay, right. Let's come back to the second story.
Yes, sir. So the second story was there was a man lying on the bed, and it was the night time because there was a moon or a round object which was seen from the window. The man was with his arms on his head, and there was a calendar with 15 circled on that.
Okay.
And yeah, that was the picture.
Okay. Okay. Tell me the story.
So the story I wrote was that this person works in ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, and he has worked for a particular mission, and the date is nearing by for the launch of the satellite, and the satellite will take place on 15th, and he's the propulsion control manager. Mm-hmm. So he's waiting for 15th, and then on 15th the satellite launch takes place successfully, and he's very happy.
Okay.
More or less.
Now, what's your age?
So my age, right.
What is he? He's a propulsion engineer who is supposed to be the project in charge of one of the very high senior officer, isn't it?
Right, right.
So, what is there? Your hero should be of same age and sex.
Okay.
Now, here it becoming he's much older than you.
Right, right.
What you're trying? You are daydreaming. You are daydreaming. Okay. You've done nothing. Any action have you taken? No. What have you done except lying on the bed? You're waiting for 15 to come. And you just come back and you lost the satellite and satellite has gone.
Okay.
Is
Right,
there
sir.
any past? No. Is there any present? No. Is there any future? Probably satellite launch. How? So it is, you're just staying wishful, dreaming.
Okay.
You are still a class 12 student or 12 plus around there, and you are dreaming that this is what I would be.
Okay.
No action is involved. There's no question of anyway, no other qualities emerge.
Okay. Fine, sir.
Except for being a dreamer, then nothing comes out from it.
All right.
Okay. Tell me story number 3.
So story number 3 was something like this, where there is a car. Okay, before that, I'm sorry, sir. The third story, there was no man in the picture, no human in fact. There was just a set of boxes kept upon top upon each other on the bed.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was kept. Yeah.
What do you do?
It looked as if it was gift boxes.
It was a
Gift boxes, sir. Gift
okay.
boxes.
Gift box. Okay. Now, what was the story you wrote?
So the story I wrote was about I don't know what event I took, but it was someone's celebration, and he gave a party, and the gifts came in return for that.
Okay. So any action involved?
Yeah, action was involved in
Organizing party.
No. Achieving the goal. So because of that,
what goal did he achieve?
Sir, I don't remember that exactly.
Something roughly. Tell me what you recollect. But now that's a problem.
Okay. Sir, I think it was something related to a project only, sir. Again, some project, some sort of a project.
So what? So now what you're trying? You are trying to celebrate, isn't it? You are small success. There's no problem. That's a good thing around there. So you would be expecting lot of gifts from all around.
Right.
What does it mean? When you rise up in hierarchy, you would be accepting gifts, maybe probably formal or informal way.
Okay.
So there is no action involved.
Okay.
No qualities emerge.
Okay.
Again, you are still dreaming that you have done a very good thing, some project you have undertaken which is successful, and people are celebrating by giving you the gifts. Celebration could have been in so many different ways.
Right.
One success can lead to another success as well. So what you have done, what you have written, probably, again, done augur well.
Okay, sir. Right.
Have you got my point or not?
Yes, sir. Understood.
So that's the basic issue. Okay. Tell me the fourth story.
The fourth story I recall is there was a car which was overturned in the river, and there was a Jawan carrying a gun going into it or coming out of it.
Okay.
I mean, it was looking as if
okay.
That.
Tell me the story
Yes,
about.
Sir, I wrote something related to the Navy, sir.
Yeah,
that they, yes, sir. That I don't exactly remember the details. I'm really sorry, but I think I wrote something like this. That again, there was a bomb or something planted in the car. Not bomb, sir. Not bomb. I'm sorry. There was something which was wrong with the car, and it somehow got. Okay, wait. Sorry, sir. I remember the story now. This was a Navy drill, NSG, and he was an NSG commando, and he was practicing they were practicing one of the drills, and they had to come out of the water carrying a gun, which is overturned in the river.
Okay.
So
again a dreamer. Then nothing. No, this understand that first they have every story will have to be a past, present, and future. Number one. In present, you ought to act to bring out your 15 qualities.
Right.
And if you don't act, what your thought and feeling about it, that you are basically wishful. You are a naval. Here you have become a NSG commander, naval commander practicing with the now overturned card has got nobody related with the Navy.
Right.
So unrelated to the impulse in any case. It was a car was entered, there was soldier were coming with a gun standing next to it. That was the point. So now, how does water and navy come into play?
So no, water, the car was overturned in the water.
In the water.
Right, yeah.
Okay. So you have written, you have they are practicing drill. Fair enough. What action did he do after that?
Sir, I wrote this thing that he came out in the earliest time or something.
What, he alone? So now all your story till now you have done, you have talked about yourself, individual.
Okay.
You have already talked about individual attitude.
Right.
So it is self is predominant than the group.
Okay.
Wherever possible, you ought to talk with, because services is supposed to be a team.
Right, sir.
You cannot succeed anywhere alone.
Right, sir.
So that is the basic issue.
Okay.
So now, so you have become, so it will not be only you who will be practicing for the commando. There would have been
Right,
other
sir.
team also. What have they
Right,
done?
sir.
Why did you only come out? Why not others?
Okay.
Nobody you're talking about it.
Right.
Okay. Tell the next story.
So there's nothing else I'm able to recall, sir. Actually, I've noted it down. Can I see it, and that's it?
Yeah, you can see it. No problem. Have a look at
Yes.
it. Overall, till now, you have already told me 4 stories. All 4
Yes.
stories. Nothing major negative is there, but nothing very great positive to make it on there.
Okay.
Nothing very, it done. If you want to be selected, you have to project yourself. This is called projective technique. Projective technique.
Okay.
You are wishful. You are thinking about it. सपना देखने वाले हो. मैं ये कर लूंगा, मैं ये कर लूंगा, मैं वो कर लूंगा. And probably, you are a bright student. There's no way. If you got 94%, you have got in both 10th and 12th. Fair enough. That's a good enough.
Yes, sir.
But the problem you should realize, twice if you have not gone through the SSB, that means you ought to check your personality per se.
Yes, sir.
Now, if I ask you what is personality, then how would you define your personality?
Sir, I think I feel personality is the way we speak, the way we look, the way we dress up, and the way our expressions communicate. The inner self as well, on how nicely we are able to spread the aura.
Personality is the way we feel, think, act, and behave. And it's supposed to check a personality. If you are not clear about what personality is, then there's a big issue by itself. Okay. First and foremost, there's a difference between personality, character, and temperament. Okay. Okay. Tell me the next story. Next, we'll keep on talking about next story.
Sir, there was a story in which there was a candle lighting.
Okay.
And the other person, he was trying to do something over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Story. What?
So the story I wrote was that the person was an owner of a garage, and so he then learns that there's a fire which is broken out.
Okay.
And he comes. He was working in the garage that time, and he comes to the rescue. He comes to rescue, and he makes sure all his equipments are safe by extinguishing the fire with whatever he had, and also made sure if it was too much to. No, I didn't write about the fire ambulance. So I just wrote that he blew the fire on his own because it was a small fire.
No, but you only talk about candle burning. How does a fire indicate? Was it a scene of fire?
But I think, yes, sir. It was. I mean, the candle was kept over there, and it looked as if some smokes or fumes are coming out from there, from the place.
So, what all action would you take in case of fire? Would you solve it yourself? Did he solve it? Did he call others? Was it required? What action did he took it? You have said you only put all his items he could retrieve and keep it safe and use the fire equipment available to extinguish the fire, isn't it? Anything else? Anything else beyond that?
No, sir, I didn't mention about the fire
So
ambulance.
the problem comes up when there's a fire. So you have to be alarm raise karna hai. You have to call people on there. You have to put on there and fire extinguisher. Where was the fire extinguisher? Was it came up from there? Was it in the garage? And he's the garage. He's working in the garage. Was he alone? What other people are there? So nothing. You're not. So you have to talk about those, no?
Sir, I wrote about the last few points you mentioned, sir.
So last few, it is not last point. It is that whole thing has to be mixed up from that. It has to be a story.
Right.
You are trying to describe a scene.
Okay.
It ought to be a story. A story has to be something which is different, isn't it? Kahani. Kahani story is okay.
Yeah.
Narrative.
All the
it's
details.
a narrative. It's a narrative. It's your statement. It's your something. Something has to be interesting. And when you write a story, you are not writing a story for yourself.
Right.
You have to write a story onto my mind or the assessor mind so that he appreciates what you are.
Okay.
What you are trying to write for yourself. This is what, and you are like, even what is the level, you are a brighter student, a 94%, my expectations are there, you will be much better. Your story will be complex. There is some sort of problem. Anything that's, it's a situation, we call it situation. Photographs are called situation. And situation ought to have a problem.
Right.
And the way you solve the problem is indicator of your personality.
Right.
Okay.
So
Next story. Next story. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. No, so can I tell something here? Like I had a query.
Yeah.
Sir, the only thing was there that whenever I was preparing from YouTube and everything, over there, I don't know why they mentioned this, that you should not write negative things. You should not look for problems, even like unless it's very evident.
And understand one aspect.
Okay.
Forget about it. We'll not talk about YouTube and also there are so many things available. So everyone has got one way. So it will be unfair for me to talk about anything which I understand. Very simple thing.
Yes, sir.
Every photograph that or every picture that is supposed to be a situation.
Right.
And situation is being seen by a perceiver that you are a hero. As a hero, you are perceiving the situation.
Right, sir.
And then your perception of the situation will vary from person to person. Depending upon your own personality, your perception will be different. And my perception will be different.
Right.
So there is this called projective technique. This projective technique, you are projecting your own personality onto the hero. Right. So you ought to first and foremost select a hero who must be like you, of the same age and sex available. And then he should also act in a way so that you are in a position to bring out your qualities.
Right, sir. Right.
Negativity, yes. You don't show negativity. That's fair enough. But it is not the negatively showing has got no significance until you bring out your 15 qualities.
Right, sir. Okay.
If you have to score marks on your maths paper, until you solve the problem, can you get a marks? No, sir. Okay. So if this is if the situation is there, if you don't create a problem and depend upon your own intelligence, the situation that you will create will be different. Right. Every situation has got ramification on the individual, that is perceiver. And perceiver, so the situation changes the person, a person changes the situation, Right, sir. To your perception. And finally, that is what the person, perception, and situation. That is what is the three things put up together that makes the logic. Right, sir. Okay. Next. Chalo. Yes, sir. Don't wait.
1 minute. Sir, I think that's about it, sir. I mean, there's nothing else which I...
See, do you recollect any other student? Understand, fundamentally, as far as this situation concerned, there's no way you could have passed.
Okay.
If I would have been your assessor, I won't have passed you in any case, because none of the quality will come back. I'll tell you, there's no negativity, fair enough. That's okay. You are an individual person who's a daydreamer, who will not like the prize. You don't have, you lack the dynamism. It has 15 quality. What are the 15 quality? Effect use of intelligence to find a solution to day-to-day problem. If you don't create a problem itself, how do you find a solution? Then you have to have reasoning ability. Reasoning ability, grasp, G for grasp, I for inquiry, R for L for logic.
Okay.
Until you solve your problem logically, then that's new. And you have to organize the resources available to you. Now recollect the first story, you were fisherman, aim is low. Second story, you became a NSD commander, right? Third story, so your all your stories are very low level ideas. Low level ideas. You have not created a hero. And story must have past, present, and future. Past, present, and future. There must be action in between.
Okay.
There's so many things. So understand, first and foremost, you must really understand that you have to show your personality. It's a check of personality.
Right.
And every assessor has to write one line for each of the 15 qualities.
Right, sir.
And until he or she is clear, psychologist is very, very cautious, because the dossier that is there, that is going to be permanently available.
Okay.
Unlike interviewing also, there is nothing on record. As a GTO, there is nothing on record except for one page of group planning exercise. Nothing is there. So this gentleman, anything which happens in between, who is responsible? Is a psychologist. So he will not budge an inch unless he or she is clear that you are a right material.
Right.
Okay. Now tell me what sentences that you've written.
So before that, there was a blank slide as well.
Okay. Tell me.
So in the blank slide, again, I wrote something related to myself only.
Like what?
Sir, I wrote something. I was in NCC as well, sir, in 8th and 9th. So in 9th grade, I'd gone to a camp. So I wrote a story related to that.
Like, tell me the story that you wrote.
I wrote a story like when I couldn't, when I'd gone there, there were a lot of locals which had come from a lot of places. So in the even though I didn't know the language, but still I communicated and I tried adjusting.
What did you wrote in I word, or you made a hero?
No, I made a hero, sir.
You made a hero. Okay. You communicated with others. Okay.
Yes,
go ahead. Again.
Yeah. I communicated with others, and I also helped them during other activities during the camp. And after that, I also wrote that we won the best contingent, and I concluded the story. So I was the like I made the hero this thing commanding person. Yeah.
Commandant. How do he can't be commandant?
No. Parade commander.
Parade command. So the parade command comes later on, isn't it? With the camp, with the parade comes later on. With the camp is supposed to be so many activities are involved in a NCC camp.
Right, sir.
So what your team, by only affiliating with others, you are talking about it, communicating with others, does it bring out your 15 qualities? No, that is basically at best, what is that? Social adaptability.
Right, sir.
No other qualities emerge.
Yes, sir. I just mentioned the activities. Yeah.
So the activity, that is what is your involvement?
Right, sir.
We call it complexes. Complexes are as every psychologist is trying to look around, not first anything, is there any problem to you or not?
Okay.
So he's trying to look at the problem. And none of the problem, you have not been able to stand up to anywhere.
Okay.
Okay. Tell me the sentences now. We'll talk further.
Okay. Tell me sentences. So word association test.
Yeah.
There was a word principle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but sir, I genuinely don't remember any of the sentences I made.
Now, tell me sentence roughly the sentence that you made.
But I'll tell you the thing which I did. I used words like would, should, could in every sentence.
Huh?
Words like would, should, could.
That's unfortunately you cannot ever pass it. Should is basically should, could, one, you write it wrong, that you are just planning, thinking, so you have not done it. There's no act. Right. Every WAT will have to be what I call it observational type of sentence. Right. If it is a principle or principle, there are two words. Principle, if the word is principle, make a sentence out of it now. Tell me.
So this principle was PLE principle.
So how does it matter? It's again a test
No,
of personality. It's a test of personality. You're
yes,
not making a sentence. Even a child makes a sentence out of it. So what you have totally gone wrong there? You have already shoot, put, and all podcast. That's basically you are thinking mental frame that I would do it. Have you done it or not? And that's not an issue. It is not I would perform and he would perform. I, me, he. It is only one type. The principal aim of any career, any entry career is to become an officer. That brings out quality. That's motivation. It is not the 15 qualities. They are over and above. There is a word called motivation. Next called insight. Next called insight. Third is called trainability. 15 qualities plus motivation, insight, and trainability. These are all 15 plus the 18 lines will have to be invariably written by all assessors. Okay. Tell me any sentence that you have made. You can recollect. Tell me any sentence you have made.
Sir, I think stress was also there. The word stress.
Tell me what you wrote.
So the sentence I made was, one should never stress in life.
So it means that so you are only under stress.
Okay.
You are under tremendous stress.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Right. So
recollect back. When you recollect, write down a few sentences. If you recollect back, then we'll talk further after that. Okay. Tell me the SRT, any SRT that you recollect.
So SRT, one of them was this, that 3-4 people were walking on the bridge, and suddenly it was a rope bridge, sir. It was a kacha bridge. It was not a permanent bridge. And suddenly the rope gets cut from the other end and it starts to fall. So what will you do? Yes, sir. So I simply wrote that I'll try to retrieve and get them back.
Okay. So what does it mean? Try means you have not succeeded.
No, sorry. I'm really sorry. I didn't mention try anywhere, sir. I think I wrote this solely that I'll get them back successfully.
So again, I will get them. Again, if the will doesn't mean so mean you have not acted.
Okay.
Will, shall, would, should, could, and all this. It has to be past perfect tense.
Okay.
And you have to adequate response.
Right.
Third is you must maintain the aim. Okay. Fourth, you should not leave any blank. Right. Fifth, at least 55. Now, TAT was at unconscious level. Passing and failing depends upon the quality of story that you've written. As far as WAT is concerned, WAT is supposed to conformity test. And it has, again, is supposed to bring out your 15 qualities. Right. Now, every story can afford to bring out 3 to 4 quality. If you've written 12 stories, then 48 quality will come, divided by 15. Every quality will emerge at least thrice.
Right, sir. Okay.
Okay. Similarly, in WAT, every word is supposed to be a group of words that lumped together into 4 parts, factor 1, 2, 3, 4. So every factor will come at least 15 times. So it means at least every factor will get repeated. So at least there should be, that is what my confirm. There will be some word which will akin to the earlier word. Just to check, right. Are your response same or different? Check by reflect, you'll find there's something around there. So that's how the things are there. SRT is supposed to at the conscious level. From unconscious, subconscious to conscious level. At conscious level, you ought to be very, very perfect. That's what God does. And if you can't afford to do it, that's a big issue. Okay. So totally all 3 techniques that you are there, sorry, you are not at the right level. Right, sir. Okay. Yes, sir. So now this, as per this, I will not go to the DD has already talked to you about the GTO. I will not talk about GTO. He's already talked to you GTO, isn't it? Right, sir. Yes, he's spoken to me. He already talked about GTO. Yeah. I think a briefing is already, so it will be unfair for me to talk about there. Someone debriefed you on your interview? Yes, sir. DD Pandey sir only gave me someone else's number. I spoke to him today only. So he's Wing Commander Mathur, sir. What did he tell you? No, sir, I will not like to get in. Just tell me. Tell me all things that you told in interview. In my interview, okay. So there were again 4 rapid fires.
One was
Rapid
about.
fire comes later on. Rapid comes is only one part of it.
Okay, no, I mean, like he started with a rapid fire related to my studies,
Okay.
and yeah, then he went to my friends and family, then extracurricular.
Okay. What do you talk about your friends?
My sir, I mentioned at the school time whatever friends I had. I mentioned my best friend's name. Then he asked me, tell me two qualities which you like about your friends, or which you don't like, which they don't like in you. So
Okay,
all
I
these.
will not talk about the interview technique right now because once you're there. Okay.
Okay.
Let me restrict this. Have you got any doubt, any question?
In my interview, no, sir, not at all.
Not an interview. I will not talk about. It will talk about since he has been talked about it. I'm talking about as far as psychology is concerned. I would try to tell you what is writing. Okay.
Okay.
You ought to improve a lot.
Right.
Okay.
Sir.
Go. I've already sent you the link which is there. You will find about 100 odd discussion on stories,
Yes, sir.
psychology,
Yes, sir.
interview, and
Yes,
all.
sir.
But go through them. They are beautiful part videos, and they are same thing. They are SRTs. Subscribe to the video. Subscribe first to the video, and go through some of them. And then if you got, it depends upon your quality, what you want to have. If you so desire, probably can join up the classes on Zoom only. Okay. So
sir.
you have decided and let me know. Any question from your side?
Sir, regarding psychology, yes, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, the way I wrote my SRTs, it was like I added and to connect 2-3 sentences.
There's nothing. That's it. We are not looking for grammar.
Okay, so there's no issue in that, right?
There is no and one that it is the question. I told you your SRT is simple. You should write in simple past. Okay. Number 2, adequate response. Number 3, and these are the simplest thing because it is a concern level. Third, must maintain the aim. Don't leave any blank. At least 55, become God. It is a concern level. Why should I muck it up?
Right, sir.
Okay, go through them. Go through the presentations and both in SRT on it. And then we can, if you want, anytime, then we can discuss it out. If you want to join classes, you are most welcome at any time.
Okay, sir. Right.
Then, any other question?
No, sir, nothing currently. Sir, just one last thing.
Yeah.
Is it I didn't do this before my second interview because someone told me that you shouldn't practice psychology.
Huh? You should?
You shouldn't practice psychology.
I do not know. I won't like to comment on anyone's views, but simple to understand.
Yeah.
Psychology is the only thing which must be practiced. You must know yourself. What is psychology? You must know yourself.
Right, sir.
And until you know yourself, would you ever perform?
No, sir.
I say you must take the strongest detergent, Nirma powder, keep cleaning your personality. First, you must understand there is a test of personality. So you must have thorough one. What is the difference between personality and character?
Sir, personality, I think character is a part of personality, right?
No. It's different. That's exactly what the problem is with people walk across for that's the fallacy.
Okay.
Then you would be showing certain amount of phobia.
Okay.
What is that phobia? You must have got the word like darkness. You must have got blood. There are the different types. Must have all the eroticism. All sorts of words come through. They are psychological words to check back what is the phobia. Secondly, they look for what call biases.
Right, sir.
Then there's called cognitive distortion.
Okay.
Then something called defense mechanism.
Okay.
So until we know, unfortunately, portion is unless they say, at least when I go for exams, I must prepare.
Right, sir.
I'm not telling you, anyone who tells you write this story, that is wrong. You have to think, you have to train your mind to think afresh and write a story. So your mind should be trained to make a story. Story should be as complex as possible. If you are an intelligent person, we are expecting that different. And a story can only be there if there is a problem. And there is no problem, there cannot be a story. And the problem must be resolved. And must be resolved in the right way. And you must come back to right conclusion. Having come to conclusion, you must really think about the future. So past, present, and future. What you thought and ideas when you're solving the problem, what you scared, what you crying, what sort of attitude, what are the temperament, what is that emotion that you showed. Those are things we looked at it. I look at your words and then make out what is right, what is not so right.
Okay. Right,
So
sir.
it is anyone. It has to be, psychology is essential part. So that's the way it has to be done. I mean, today when we were trying to write another, we have written a book called Decoding Services. It is not available in the market. It is available only with me only. I was just trying to read it. So if you want, you can send me your address. We'll send it to you. That's copy.
All right, sir.
Second is just today only I was trying to write a book, starting as a matter of fact, for psychology for all. But that is until that is understood. That's every institution when you go, they say, oh, write kahani likh do. Kahani likh se nahi hota na.
Right, sir.
You should know what is known to this. This is available for donkey's years. Okay. But you must know why and how.
Okay, sir. Right.
Until you know how and why, that's of no use.
Okay. Right, sir.
Any other question?
Yes, sir. Sorry, last question.
Yeah.
Sir, when we for word association tests and when we write sentences, is it fine if we state general facts or use names of organization?
It is again. What is the aim of you? What is the aim of the psychological test? To bring out a personality.
Right, sir.
Take your personality. When you write, Narendra Modi is a good prime minister, how does it matter? Does it add anything to yourself?
No.
Then what is the use? What is the use?
But if we write, I mean, sir, if we write something like this, that NCC is a strong organization. Or something like this.
But that shows that is because that is your motivation to join services.
Right, sir.
That is one point. Tell me anything else. That's okay. Anything else? So next.
Sir, suppose we use something like this, that the Indian cricket team is a very nice team, or something like this.
How does it bring it to quality?
Okay.
It doesn't add anything to yourself.
Right.
It's a sheer wastage of effort and resources.
Okay. Got it, sir. Yeah.
Every word is a resource and must be used effectively. There are two definitions of resources. Resourcefulness. The one is called effectiveness. There's a use of available resources to find a solution to the problem. And then organize, there's a best use of available resources. There are two resourcefulness available. There are two definitions. Right, understand, read all the 15 qualities, be thorough about it, and think how those particular qualities can be expressed. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Think over. We'll talk about again. Right then.
Okay, sir.
Bye. Thank you.
Yes, sir. I'll tell you for